Hello and good morning to UPSCFEVER's chapter number 14, part 3. This will be on Ministry of Urban Development. So you can see that this is chapter number 15. Right, so urban development is a state subject. So the ministry provides a lot of coordination and monitoring role. However, there are certain centrally sponsored schemes which the ministry also implements. First is the Jawaharlal Nehru National Urban Renewal Mission. It was launched in 2005. This project focused on planned development on cities and towns, and there were two important components. One was basic services for urban poor and urban infrastructure and governance. So this scheme focused on improving the efficiency of delivery mechanisms and ensuring community participation to make these delivery systems more responsive to the people. The first scheme is Urban Infrastructure and Governance. This is a subpart of JNNURM. Under this, 65 mission cities were targeted, like heritage cities, state capitals, and cities with million plus population. Bus rapid transit system was developed for these cities. Efficient water supply, drainage, sanitation, and construction of roads and flyovers were made. This sub-scheme also saw development of satellite townships around the seven megacities of India, and urban infrastructure and governance was also implemented for small and medium level towns. So this was it about JNNURM. Currently it is not operational. The next and more important scheme is the Amrut scheme, Atal Mission for Rejuvenation and Urban Transformation. This scheme also aims to provide basic services to all households and building amenities in cities that improve the life of people, with a special focus on poor and disadvantaged sections. The main objective of this scheme is that every house should have a tap and assured water supply and a sewerage sewer connection. Development of greenery and well maintained open spaces is the next objective. And finally, develop infrastructure for non-motorized transport like cycling and walking. This is for encouraging the use of public transport to reduce pollution and congestion. Next important project is smart cities. Under this, promote cities that give a clean and green environment, a good quality of life, sustainable development, and good infrastructure. The core infrastructure to be provided in the smart cities are assured electricity and water supply, sanitation for solid waste management, urban mobility and public transport, health and education, e-governance, citizen participation, safety and security of women, children and aged, digital infrastructure, urban mobility, good public transport, and affordable housing. So this was about smart cities. The Smart Amrut Mahotsav, which was sanctioned under the budget 2015, was to be implemented by 2022. This Amrut has six pillars, and the union and states shall work cooperatively to achieve these pillars. The first pillar is housing for all. In this, 2 crore urban houses and 4 crore rural houses shall be built. Second pillar, access basic services but 24/7. So water, toilets, roads, medical facilities, electricity shall be made available to all at all times. Jobs. The third pillar. Every member of the house shall have at least one member who can access Skill India and Make in India for ensuring employment. Education. Every 1 kilometer distance there shall be a secondary school. Agriculture. Improve irrigation for agriculture and food processing shall be introduced for value addition of agro products. And finally, the last pillar, IT, Internet connectivity for all, and implementation of Bharat Net project, under which 2.5 lakh gram panchayat shall be connected to optical fibers, which shall provide them super fast internet access. This was about Amrut Mahotsav and smart cities. A small brief description about the six pillars of smart cities. The first one is again electricity, second one is water and sanitation, then transport, housing, education infrastructure, healthcare infrastructure, civic utilities and economic infrastructure. So these smart cities shall depend on this 7 to 8 important pillars. Finance-wise, 46,000 crore has been sanctioned for building 100 smart cities, but one in each state initially shall be identified for this project. 60% of the funds shall be made for infrastructure, 10% shall be for e-governance, and 10% of the funding shall be for performance based. 100% foreign direct investment has been allowed under this smart city scheme. Each smart city should have at least 20,000 square meter area and $5 million investment. A 3-year lock-in period has been kept. However, if 30% of the houses in that smart city are reserved for low income groups, then all these conditions shall be exempt. So this smart city has the focus of bringing investment and providing high quality infrastructure and improving the standard of living of many citizens. So Amrut and Smart City. These are the more important projects which are implemented by the Ministry of Urban Development. So that was about all. If you are confident about our quiz, then you can solve it, and you need at least 80% marks to move ahead. Thank you for listening and stay tuned for the next video. Goodbye. Best of luck.